takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here. Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student-athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student-athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student-athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student-athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Good evening. This is Akeem Holmes from Home Team Sports TV with my co-host Jeremy Atkins, broadcasting live from Jefferson High School at the Cougar Den, where we have the 3-2 Jefferson Cougars versus the Martinsburg Bulldogs. This is a rivalry game for the ages for all counties. I remember when Shepherd University had to host these games because there was so many people. It was standing room only. So we definitely look forward to bringing you live EPAC action between both of these young teams. Jeremy, what is your key to the game for the Martinsburg Bulldogs?
Key to the game for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, definitely going to have to be to shut down the offensive firepower in the run and gun offense that Jefferson likes to run. Gladney and Jenkins are two of the three fastest basketball players in the entire EPAC. You got Will Shively, who can gun from the outside when they're driving and kicking, and his brother Wyatt's a menace on the board, so they're going to have to stop them. Avion Blackwood's going to have to pour it in the bucket. LaQuay Clark definitely going to have to knock down threes. Chase Shipley can run the point good. The problem with Martinsburg is they're severely lacking size again this year. Their taller players are going to be underclassmen, so they're going to be running a guard-heavy offense.
Yeah, and Avion Blackwood was very impressive last season. I remember seeing him when we broadcasted for Home Team Sports TV last year. He had a football build, a football body, very physical, quick. Him and Aiden Jackson kept Martinsburg into the game last year, and I think that transitions me to the next thing. Aiden Jackson not being here is a big hurt piece for Martinsburg Bulldogs, as he is their 6'5" center. So,
yeah, losing Aiden's critical because he was very good on those give and goes underneath last year,
yes.
Getting to the rack. Not necessarily against Jefferson, but. He got fed in the low post by my son last year to defeat Musselman at the game at Martinsburg, because they lost the game at Musselman on a last-minute missed shot.
So yeah. Jefferson has 6'3" Moses Talley, 6'2" Will Shively, 6'5" Chet Gore, 6'3" Luke Swisher, and 6'3" Wyatt Shively. And Martinsburg has 6'1" Leek Clark, 6' Avion Blackwood, 6' Kayvon Adams, 6'2" freshman Jeremiah White, 6'3" sophomore Anthony Awunye, and 6'4" junior Caleb Linton. So that's not too small. Obviously, some of those players are younger players that will progress as the season goes on. But for the future, seeing 6'3", 6'4" from sophomores and freshmen, that bodes well for both of those teams.
That's exactly correct, Keem. I got to sit down with Coach Rogers at the beginning of the season for about 20 minutes, and he was saying this is kind of going to be a rebuilding year, but he's gonna go that route, reload. That way, the next 2 years, he's definitely going to be back at the top of the EPAC. Of course, Jefferson's going to be going strong for a while longer because aside from Will Shively, they're pretty loaded with underclassmen. Got Chet Gore, a freshman, playing a lot of minutes for a freshman, and he made a little bit of noise last week at the Skip Fowler tournament in Martinsburg.
Yeah,
down on the boards.
Chet's a very talented young man. I got to watch him a lot last year at Wildwood, and now being 6'3" in a high school game, he gets to show his diversity, that he can actually step out and hit the jump shots and the three-pointers as well. So leading Jefferson in scoring is Will Shively, the senior, at 18 points per game, averaging 17.8 rebounds. Jamari Jenkins averaging 16.8 points per game and 4.4 assists. Jaden Gladney, the junior, averaging 16.4 points per game and 3.2 assists. And the leading rebounder for the Jefferson Cougars actually is Will Shively at 17.8 and his brother Wyatt Shively at 5.8.
I was unable to pull any stats from Martinsburg off of Max Preps, like where we were able to access Jefferson's. But having seen Martinsburg play twice live, several times at home, I would imagine Avion Blackwood's likely leading the team in scoring and in rebounding. And Chase should probably be at the top of the assists.
And we have a number 5 for Martinsburg that is not showing on the roster. So we will make sure we get that name going forward. So they're saying the starters for the Jefferson Cougars will we have number 0, Jaden Gladney, number 10, Jamari Jenkins, number 11, Tayshawn Roper, number 20, Will Shively, and number 45, Wyatt Shively. The Cougars are coached by Coach Richard Lewis, and the Bulldogs are coached by the long-time head coach, Dave Rogers.
Well, we got to make mention real quick of Martinsburg and WVU legend Marcellus Basie returning to the bench to help Coach Rogers as his assistant. That's going to be huge for Martinsburg this year and going forward into the future. He has a strong connection with a lot of these young men from their AAU careers.
So we will have the color guard come out, and then they will have the national anthem. So we will go to a quick, brief break, and we'll be back. This is Akeem Holmes and Jeremy Atkins from Home Team Sports TV.
Takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study, surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here. Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We are back at Jefferson High School, where the amazing national anthem from the color guard was just played, and we have the student section to our right. This student section gets hyped.
It's a pretty raucous environment so far early in the season. Looks like we're coming out for the opening tip. It looks like Wyatt Shively and Kyrie Bunny, sophomore.
That is not Kyrie Bunny. That is not Kyrie Bunny. We will have to find out who this young man is. He's not on the roster. And Wyatt Shively wins the tip to Will Shively to Jamari Jenkins. And kicked out to Jaden Gladney for 3. Splash! Bang, bang! Jaden Gladney for 3. Jefferson leading 3-0 with 7 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. Jenkins guarding Avion Blackwood, taking him to his left. He takes the shot, missed. The strong rebound by Shazier Baker and Will Shively, and there will be a tie-up Martinsburg ball.
Looks like LaQuay Clark going to inbound the ball to Baker.
And Will Shively with the save. Will Shively brings the ball up to court to Jaden Gladney from the three-point line. He slows it up, kicks it to the other side of the court to Jamari Jenkins. He pulls up for the deep 3, and it's in and out. Strong attempt by Chase Shipley, who has definitely gotten around 5 or 6 inches taller since his freshman season.
Chase has grown quite a bit. One thing Martinsburg needs to be very careful of is leaving Jefferson open at the three-point line like this.
That was a contested 3 right there by Will Shively. Not the best shot, but with the way Will has been shooting the ball, you can't argue with that. And there's a quick turnover by Martinsburg, and it will be Jefferson ball.
Last year at Martinsburg, Jefferson came out and just blitzkrieged Martinsburg with long 3s in the first quarter, and the game was essentially over by halftime.
3-0 with 6 minutes and 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Will Shively the ball in the corner to Tayshawn Roper. Roper back to Shively, into Wyatt Shively, and a push on Martinsburg, number 5. Actually, it was number 2, LaQuay Clark. And a great play, and Wyatt Shively loses the ball. LaQuay Clark up the court, up and in for 2.
Clark's got a nice game for a sophomore. He picked up a lot of playing time as a freshman that'll serve him well.
Will Shively for 3. He misses the ball off the top of the rim. Martinsburg ball. And right now, Jefferson has 3 field goal attempts, and there are 3 three-pointers. So you can obviously tell that's what they love to do. That's what they want to do. But sometimes they live by the 3 and die by the 3. The score is 3-2 in the first quarter. Good defense by Wyatt Shively, but a strong take by Chase Shipley, and Martinsburg had his first lead of the game, 4-3. Jamari Jenkins to Will Shively. He sets up the offense. Great move by Tayshawn Roper. He slips out to Jamari Jenkins for 3, and that is off. Rebound by Tayshawn Roper, stripped by Shazier Baker. Avion Blackwood gets the ball up to the front court. He speeds up, Euro step, up and in.
Nice move to the basket by Blackwood.
6-3 Martinsburg with 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter.
Martinsburg out to a fast start. They definitely need that.
And another turnover by Wyatt Shively, steal by Shazier Baker, and Martinsburg is quickly asserting himself. And a strong move by Chase Shipley, up and in.
And he got the roll.
And a steal by Martinsburg, and the jump shot is up, missed. And Martinsburg is showing a lot of fight right now. Jaden Gladney to the corner for 3. He misses. Rebound by Will Shively, up strong, and a foul on Shazier Baker will send Will Shively to the line. But right now, Jeremy, Martinsburg is out hustling Jefferson High School.
This is the exact opposite of what I expected to see, Keem. Martinsburg came out with a completely different game plan than I think Coach Lewis and Jefferson were getting ready for, and they're going to have to make some adjustments here.
Well, I think the key is you have to realize you can't live off of last season. That every single team comes out and they have their own fight, their own will. And this team is a very young, talented team. They're fearless. Will Shively makes both foul shots, 8-5. Avion Blackwood quickly up the court. Strong move, up and in, 4-2. 10-5.
Avion Blackwood's going to take that every time if you keep giving it to him.
Strong move by Will Shively. He misses, he hits his own rebound. Up, back it up. And another foul on Shazier Baker. That would be his second of the first quarter.
Martinsburg does not need Baker to get in foul trouble. He's one of their stronger players down there.
Yeah.
He's sneaky fast and sneaky strong, actually.
He's
Former football player.
Undersized big.
Yeah. Former football player. I don't believe he played this year.
Will Shively up and in.
Entering the game for the Bulldogs, number 12.
So we'll have number 12, Matthew Robinson, in for Shazir Baker with the quick 2. Let's see if Jefferson tries to use his size now with Baker out of the game. Shively up again, up and in. 10-7, Martinsburg with 5 minutes and 3 seconds left in the first quarter. Little press for Jefferson High School in the backcourt. Up to Malik Clark. He misses a strong rebound by Matthew Robinson, and it's tipped out.
LeQuay's got some range for a small guy and a young player. He was shooting college range 3-pointers with proficiency last year.
LeQuay takes the ball out to Matthew Robinson, who kicks it out to Chase Shipley. Shipley to Blackwood, guarded closely by Jaden Gladney. Strong post move out to Shipley. The pick, the inside pass and assist, and a beautiful give and go.
That was
AP Whitley for 2.
Chase kept his head up on that play. Caught his man coming through the lane.
And a foul on Lee Clark.
LeQuay.
My apologies to LeQuay's mother and father.
If
foul on LeQuay Clark.
His teammates call him L.A., but I don't think I'm quite young enough anymore to go for that one.
I think I'm going to go with L.A. for the rest of this broadcast. Good block by AP Whitley on Will Shively, and Martinsburg with a chance to go up 7.
Man, Keem, this has been a heck of a game already. Martinsburg surprising me.
Well, Martinsburg played Millbrook pretty well, and they beat Millbrook. And Millbrook has battled every single team from the Eastern Panhandle, including Spring Mills and Jefferson. So we knew Martinsburg came in as a very talented ball club, just young right now. But Dave Rogers has been coaching since I was a baby. Jamari Jenkins with the inside, the strong move, and the foul on Chase Shipley will send Jamari Jenkins to the line, shooting.
Dave may have very well been on one of Dr. Naismith's first teams. Sorry, Dave.
But this game kind of reminds me a little bit of the Wildwood Charlestown game, where right now you look at the fouls. Martinsburg has 5 fouls and Jefferson has 0 fouls. So they have some of their better players already in foul trouble, which we can see later on in the game that could have an impact.
It could definitely have a huge effect in the long game. Like we talked about a minute ago, losing Baker is huge because he's one of their stronger players that can play down on the block. Jefferson trapping right now.
12-9. And a foul on number 12, Moses Talley, will be Jefferson's first foul of the first quarter.
Number 12, Moses Talley.
And the good thing for Jefferson right now is they've been pretty proficient from the free throw line. The bad thing is Martinsburg has been pretty proficient on their field goal attempts.
Yeah, Jefferson's definitely letting Martinsburg get to the basket. Martinsburg's finishing right now. Big fault last year. Martinsburg could get to the rack. They couldn't finish. They would get to the rack and kick it. A lot of times the three-pointers would fall short.
You have 2 very talented guards in Avion Blackwood and Chase Shipley for Martinsburg. Will Shively out to Gladney. He pump fakes. He thinks twice about the three-pointer, and he sets the offense back up. Back to Jenkins, over to Gladney for the three-point shot. It is up. It is missed. Rebound by Martinsburg Bulldogs.
Number 35, Kevin Linton.
To Chase Shipley, up to Avion Blackwood. And Blackwood takes it inside.
Gets into the rack again and
finishes. And in. And right now, Avion's size over Jenkins is showing its head where he's just a little too strong right now. And he has that mentality that once he gets to the ball and he sees that he's covered by Jamari, he actually takes it to the hoop.
Avion did not start this fast last year coming off football season. He's off to an amazing start so far this year.
Jamari Jenkins to the inside move, the long scoop. He misses, rebounded by Martinsburg.
Of course, a lot of that
Matthew Robinson
may have to do with the fact he got an extra 2 weeks of basketball practice.
Avion Blackwood. Back to Chase Shipley. Chase Shipley sets it up. Martinsburg leading 14-9 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And there'll be a foul on Jefferson High School. Number 12, Moses Talley, with his second foul of the first quarter.
Moses Talley, go for his second foul.
And Moses will take a quick seat. to the bench after getting 2 quick fouls.
I'm interested with number 22, Alawana, who checked in for Martinsburg. He made a lot of noise in the previous JV game, and he's very long and athletic for a sophomore.
And a 3-pointer by Avion Blackwood. Bang, bang. Blackwood for 3. 17-9. Martinsburg Bulldogs leading the Jefferson Cougars with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
Avion's got to have 9 points so far, I believe.
Out to Gladney. Back to Colin Johnson. The pass to Will Shavely, up and in. And a timeout by Coach Richard Lewis with 2 minutes. And Martinsburg has put up 17 points in the first 6 minutes of the first quarter. And I think that's kind of what Coach Richard Lewis wants to talk about. Is yes, we love getting out, we love running, we love scoring points, but we also have to play defense.
Martinsburg huddling up with Coach Rogers and Coach Basie in the middle, trying to figure out how they're going to keep with this game plan and hold on to this lead. 2 minutes left to go in the first. I have to say, Keem, this is actually one of my favorite, it probably is my favorite gym in the entire Eastern Panhandle to come to. I have to say I love the fact they got a live DJ here. Student section is full.
With 2 minutes left in the first quarter, Martinsburg leading by 6. Martinsburg breaks the press. The ball is tipped out by Colin Johnson.
Inbound pass didn't look like they were quite on the same page there, but the ball went out off of Jenkins, so Martinsburg's going to hold possession. Clark with the ball to Alawana in the corner. Going to kick it out to Blackwood at the volleyball line. Over to Shipley. Shipley splits the defense. Long floater off the front of the iron.
And it's out on Shipley.
Shively's into Jenkins. Jenkins going to bring the ball across the timeline. Clark, Blackwood, and Shipley out at the top of the key. Blackwood with a nice steal.
And we have seen a lot of errant, careless turnovers for Jefferson so far.
I don't know if that's bad basketball or if Martinsburg is just playing exceedingly good defense right now. Because Avion Blackwood just seems everywhere right now. Jackson Steen, number 1's checked into the game for Alawana. He's got the ball, trapped by Shively.
Stolen by Will Shively. Wyatt Shively with the pass to Jamari
nice
Jenkins.
Save, Jenkins. Shively to Jenkins. Off the iron. Chase Shipley aggressively going after that ball with Gladney.
And the game's getting a little bit rough and rugged, and I think that plays to Martinsburg's standards.
Martinsburg is definitely the scrappier of the two teams. Jefferson is by far more polished. They played together. Jefferson has played together a long time. AAU, middle school, high school. Martinsburg doesn't quite have that advantage right now.
But they're just playing with a lot more passion at this moment. And a little bit less careless as well, even though they have so many fouls. That's a good pass by Jaden Gladney into the small, diminutive point guard, Jamari Jenkins for 2. 13-17, Martinsburg leading. Matthew Robinson with the ball, stolen by Jamari Jenkins. The scrum on the ground to Colin Johnson. Up to Jaden Gladney with the spin move. The left-hand scoop, blocked. Up by Wyatt Shively, he misses. Will Shively with the rebound, blocked. And it will be a foul on Will Shively. And it will be Martinsburg ball.
Oh, boy. That brought the student section to its feet, Keem.
That was 3 opportunities for Jefferson to get a layup, and Martinsburg blocked all 3.
I think we're about to take a turn off 340 into Scrappyville as this game goes on.
And we will see the freshman, Chet Gore, come into the game for Martinsburg. For Jefferson High School, my apologies. Martinsburg leading 17-13.
See how Chet changes the game. He's long and he can actually stretch the floor. He's a really good three-point shooter.
The ball up to Matthew Robinson to Avion Blackwood. to AP Wiley. Up and in for
Long three.
AJ Whitley for 3. Martinsburg leading by 7 with 12.4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Jenkins setting his offense up. Down to Shively in the post. Going to kick it back out to Gladney. Looking for the 3.
And the shot is missed. And Martinsburg will end the first quarter leading the Jefferson Cougars 20-13. This is Akeem Holmes from Home Team Sports with Jeremy Atkins. We'll take a quick commercial break.
A champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study, surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here. Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all the...
And we are back at Jefferson High School. We have the Martinsburg Bulldogs leading the Jefferson Cougars 20-13, starting the second. And Jeremy, what did you like about that first quarter for Martinsburg?
High-octane offense, trying to put a lot of pressure on Jefferson. I love to see Avion Blackwood slash, and when Avion can finish, he's dangerous.
Jenkins to Gladney to Chet Gore in the corner. The strong move, up and in for the freshman, Chet Gore, 4-2.
That's a game changer when you can slash off the wing like that, and Gore's long and can get underneath that basket.
He's not only is he long, he's also very athletic as well. Jamari Jenkins to the inside, and a foul on Martinsburg will send Jamari Jenkins to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Chet's got a lot of agility for a freshman with his height.
Yes,
most people that young and tall are going to be pretty clumsy, because at 6'3" when I was a high school freshman, I was clumsy.
Jamari Jenkins to the line shooting 2. First one's up and in. Jefferson
continuing to live from the free throw line. That's kept him in the game thus far. Shooting really well from the charity stripe.
And he makes the second one. And Jeremy, as well as Martinsburg has played, they're only still leading by 3 points.
Speaks a lot to the quality of Jefferson's team.
Yes, another turnover by Martinsburg. It is 20-17. The ball is stolen by Jaden Gladney. Jamari Jenkins with
nice
a
move
great
and a
move.
floater.
And Jefferson with a quick 6-0 run to start the second, 20-19.
Jefferson's now come out in the second period doing what Martinsburg was doing to them in the first period, creating havoc, getting easy baskets down low. Avion's going to set up, and drive.
And Jefferson's going a little bit bigger in the second quarter.
Nice play by Steen with the steal, but his foot was on the out-of-bounds line.
And it was a bad pass by Jamari Jenkins. The Colin Johnson did make the save. It was actually stolen by Martinsburg, but he stepped out of bounds. But the baseball pass was a little bit too much, towards the out-of-bounds line instead of leaning more towards the basket.
Looked a little bit like Carson Wentz overthrowing his receivers.
Let's not talk about that. Ty Vickers enters the game.
Gore going to kick it down low to Gladney. The ball's out of bounds. It's going to go back to Martinsburg. 6:55.
And L.A. Clark enters the game back from Martinsburg. From Martinsburg, we have L.A. Clark, number 35, Caleb Linton, number 0, Avion Blackwood, number 3, Chase Shipley, and number 5, A.J. Whitley.
Chase trying to break the press. Going to get it over to Blackwood. Blackwood going to bring it across. Pull up from the free throw line. Boom, boom. And that's good.
That's textbook right there, Jeremy. That's textbook fast break offense.
Avion's added some moves to his bag this offseason. Been extremely familiar with his game for the last few years. He was a teammate of my son's. Nice Euro step, but they're going to call him for the travel.
And I think that is one of those Euro steps that the referee is just not used to, because that was not a travel right there.
If you call it a travel, 6 in one, half dozen in the other. It looked good enough to me that he didn't need to call it a travel.
22-19, Martinsburg. Ball tipped out by 15, Ty Vickers, who entered the game.
Coach Rogers and Coach Basie are both standing up on the sideline, which I knew was going to be a little bit of a problem this season. Martinsburg's getting really sloppy with the ball, though, so I can understand why coaches are starting to get a little bit frustrated. And with that being said, even with 2 fouls, it looks like number 11, Shazier Baker, is going to check back in.
And the good thing about Shazier getting those early fouls is he will be fresh for the rest of the game. He sat for the whole first quarter after he got those 2 quick fouls. So if he's smart, he should be fresh for the rest of the game.
Good way to find a positive out of a negative, Keem.
And Avion Blackwood continues to attack the basket. He took it into Chet Gore's body and will go to the line shooting 2. And I think what Avion sees is he's been in the weight room and he's testing the Cougar players to see if anyone could be physical with him. I'll tell you what, a matchup that would be lovely to see is Avion Blackwood versus Keyshawn Cheap.
Oh, I've watched both. Ooh.
He misses the first, second one is up and good.
The only thing is
19 Martinsburg. Ty Vickers for the three-pointer. He misses, rebounded by Avion Blackwood. He splits it. And it'd be another foul on Will Shively. That would be his second. So with 6 minutes and 2 seconds left in the second quarter, both teams are 1 foul away of being in the 1-and-1. Well, actually, Martinsburg is in the 1-and-1, and Jefferson is 1 foul away from being in the 1-and-1. So there's a lot of fouls right now. The game has gotten kind of sloppy.
I kind of expected it to be that game, though. It's a Martinsburg, Jefferson, always scrappy. Not quite as scrappy as a Martinsburg-Edgesville game, but it's right up there. Looks like Baker's going to be inbounding the ball as soon as he gets it from Mr. Referee. He's going to inbound it to Chase Shipley. Chase is going to hold up for Blackwood to get across half court.
And Baker's wide open down low. 4-2.
Nice pass by Blackwood to Shazier Baker.
And Martinsburg has quickly gotten that lead back up to 6. While Shelby out to check Gore for 3. He misses, rebounded by Chase Shipley, the long rebound. Ball stolen by Jamari Jenkins, up to Ty Vickers. Ty Vickers up and in for 2. 25-21. Martinsburg leading by 4 with 5 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second quarter. The foul by Chet Gore will send Avion Blackwood to the line, shooting the 1-and-1. And that foul right there was to the speed of Avion, and you want to see the freshman move his feet just a little bit to try to get in front of the offensive player. So we will see substitutions. We will have Moses Talley and Jaden Gladney back in. Ty Vickers will come out of the game, and Chet Gore will come out of the game. First one is up. He misses. Rebounded by Wyatt Shavely. Up to Jamari Jenkins to Jaden Gladney. Out to Tayshawn Roper. And Roper, the ball is stolen by L.A. Clark. Stolen by Jamari Jenkins. Jamari Jenkins sees the pass to Jaden Gladney, and he misses the layup. L.A. Clark quickly back up. He pulls up for 3.
Bang.
Splash. Bang, bang. L.A. Clark for 3.
One thing's for certain, can't let him get hot from behind the line because he will not miss.
And Jefferson is missing their open three-pointers, and Martinsburg is banging theirs. And that's the difference between the Jefferson Cougars and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Jamari Jenkins for 3, he misses.
In and out.
Strong rebound by Wyatt Shavely, up and in for 2. Chase Shipley guarded by Tayshawn Roper in the backcourt with the quiet pressure. Shipley with the penetration and the floater. The tie-up, and it'll be Martinsburg ball. And the thing about Martinsburg as well, Jeremy, is even if they don't get the rebound, they're still scrapping for those loose balls. And right there, that scrap was able to get them a 1-and-1. I mean, to get the tie-up. My apologies, to get the tie-up. And now that we have another possession.
And it seems like a lot of these loose balls that are turning into jump balls are coming in down on Martinsburg's end of the floor, and it's giving them a much easier opportunity. When they inbound the ball, they don't have to bring the ball up the floor. So Martinsburg's playing very, very, very well this far, and it's showing on the scoreboard. They got a 5-point lead over the Cougars. Richard Lewis and Marcellus Basie with Coach Rogers all huddled up. And we're going to come back to play with 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Martinsburg will be on the inbound.
And number 5 for Martinsburg is actually our cousin Achilles with me. My cousin Brianna just texted me. That is her stepson. So that's amazing knowing that our little cousins out on the floor playing for the Bulldogs.
And thank you to the viewers at home for the assist.
L.A. Clark misses the inside jump shot, but Moses Talley is out of bounds, and it will be Martinsburg ball. I've really been impressed that Martinsburg, like with their effort, their hustle, they're attacking the paint. That's the reason why Jefferson is in so much foul trouble. And I don't think the bank is open, but it still counts. 31-23. Martinsburg leading by 8. They're trying to get the ball out of Jamari Jenkins' hand to Jaden Gladney. Out to Colin Johnson for 3. Splash! Bang, bang! Colin Johnson for 3. And Martinsburg quickly back up the court. And that's a beautiful.
Nice move by Clark.
By L.A. Clark.
One thing that's concerning me about Martinsburg, the way that they're playing, is can they keep this energy up all night?
I think they can. They seem very like a very small, athletic team. It's just more so they want it. You can tell they want this game real bad right now. Ball inside to Wyatt Shavely. Strong move. The left hand floater up. He misses. The long rebound by Jaden Gladney to Wyatt Shavely, up and in for 2. 33-28. Martinsburg leading by 5 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the first half. Shazier Baker to Achilles Whitby. To L.A. Clark with the fadeaway like dirt. And he misses. Is that going to be a foul over the back? Actually, it'll be a tip out over Jamari Jenkins, and it'll be Martinsburg ball. Avion Blackwood, the ball at the top of the key. Guarded closely by Colin Johnson. He attacks, and it'll be a charge on Avion Blackwood. And that's a tough win because I think he got caught up if he was going to attack the basket for the points or try to draw the defenders over and then kick it to L.A. Clark. And he got caught in the middle. So that would be his first foul.
A little bit of a traffic jam underneath the basket.
And you will see Achilles Whitby go to the bench. And number 1, Jackson Steen, the 5'9" junior, back in the game. Matthew Robinson will check in. Jamari Jenkins to Jaden Gladney. He misses. Strong rebound by Wyatt Shavely. Up and in for 2.
Shavely's cleaning up down low right now.
And Wyatt is underrated. He's underrated big in the EPAC.
Well, he's very strong. He's a defensive end and a tight end, I believe. Yes. So I can imagine those legs are quite powerful. And
Jaden Gladney with the beautiful pass to Wyatt Shavely. 6 straight points for Wyatt Shavely has Jefferson now down by 1. So after that 3-pointer by L.A. Clark, Jefferson is going on a 6-0 run in the last minute. The score is 33-32 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter.
The Bulldogs need a basket to buoy this run by the Cougars.
Out to L.A. Clark. He misses. Rebound by Colin Johnson. Out to Jaden Gladney. Gladney quickly up the court. And the ball is knocked out of the hands of Jaden Gladney, but a foul on number 3, Chase Shipley, will send Jaden Gladney to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And Jefferson has a chance to tie the game up or take the lead if he makes both. What do you think about that call, Julian?
I'm not going to be overly critical of the referees because I'm not going out there and doing their job.
Yes. And that's why I like working with you, Jeremy. You know, you had that professionalism where it's hard. It's hard calling high school basketball with the speed, the athleticism of these players.
I had to learn to be quiet because I was a parent.
Gladney with the first shot, up and in. Score is 33-33 with 1 minute and 51 seconds left in the second quarter.
Last 2 minutes of this ball game, Wyatt Shively and Jaden Gladney have started to get hot.
And I've seen Martinsburg actually take the defensive decision to get the ball out of Jamari Jenkins' hand as quickly as possible. Matthew Robinson brings the ball up, and there'll be a foul on number 10, Jamari Jenkins. And Jamari has to watch being so demonstrative. He can actually get a technical foul.
I believe he caught a technical that I didn't think was a technical when I was watching it, just because of the excitement with which he expresses himself with his body. I don't even think he said anything when he caught the technical.
And Matthew Robinson makes the first one to tie the game back up for the Bulldogs.
Martinsburg definitely needs to recapture what they were doing the first 6 or 7 minutes of this ball game.
The second shot is up and in. Martinsburg leading by 1 with 1:44 left in the second quarter.
Martinsburg's winning, but I feel like the game's getting away from them, Keem.
Jamari Jenkins looking for instructions from Coach Richard Lewis. He sets the pick, the inside strong move. He misses. The rebound by Wyatt Shively, and Wyatt Shively will go to the line shooting 2 because they will be now in the double bonus.
And that name comes up down low again, Wyatt Shively.
Wyatt has been a menace.
He can move some people down low. He's been boxing out very well this game.
The first shot is missed. And I think that is Jefferson's first missed free throw of the game.
You might be right.
He makes the second. The score is tied up 35-35 with 1 minute and 31 seconds left in the second quarter. And number 10, that's
definitely not Aiden Jackson.
So we will get an updated roster at halftime.
We got number 10,
Rashad Reed, the defensive tackle from Martinsburg High School. And I looked at it, that's a big body. It definitely wasn't Aiden Jackson.
Before the game, I made a remark to one of our cameramen. Did we get a guard from the football team? And we did.
And a beautiful pass from Jamari Jenkins to Moses Talley. And Moses gets his third foul in the backcourt. And that was sending Martinsburg to the line to shoot 2. And that is a foul that was highly unnecessary. And I think that's going to get Moses to take a seat.
And if this game stays close, that could come in big at the end of the game. I'd never want to see anybody on my team going into the half with 3 fouls.
So Avion Blackwood to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First shot is up, and it is good. 37-36, Jefferson.
Avion's going to try to tie the game up here.
And this has been amazing EPAC action for our first game. We are glad for our followers who are following Home Team Sports TV tonight to bring you this Martinsburg versus Jefferson game. The second shot is missed, rebounded by Colin Johnson.
Jenkins
Nifty
is going to bring it up.
Jamari
Gladney's
Jenkins,
open in the
left
corner.
hand, beautiful move by Jamari Jenkins for 2. He's special.
He's got some moves.
39-36, Jefferson leading by 3.
Of course, his older brother scored 2,000 points in college, correct?
Yeah. The great defense by Wyatt Shively and Jaden Gladney. Avion Blackwood to the baseline.
Nice move, Avion.
Up and in for 2.
Spin around drive with the floater.
And the ball stolen by Martinsburg. And it'll be a foul on Colin Johnson, which will send number 1, Jackson Steen, to the line, shooting 2.
Would have been a little more productive for him to just dump it off to Blackwood and let Blackwood finish.
Yes. You know, that's something that in film study going forward, you might see that.
That also shows how enthralled our youth is with the Euro step.
And Jackson Steen makes the first shot. Martinsburg ties the game up.
just surprising it's came back with such popularity, because it was very popular 5 or 6 years ago, and we went away from a lot of driving to nothing but three-point shooting for a while. So
second shot is up and in. Martinsburg takes a 40-39 lead with 24.2 seconds left, and then Jefferson will hold for the final shot. Martinsburg leading by 1, under 15 seconds left.
Jenkins is going to hold.
Lewis.
Got Gladney open in the corner if he looks over there.
Gladney,
and he does. Gladney on the drive. Errant pass to Johnson. Jenkins missed Gladney by about a half a second.
And you would think right now if Gladney was making some of those three-pointers early, if he would have been a bit more confident to take that shot.
A good
like he second-guessed himself right there.
He could have second-guessed himself there.
Martinsburg leading by 1 with 1 second left in the first half. Matthew Robinson shoots the ball, and he misses. And at the half, we have Martinsburg 40, Jefferson 39. This is Akeem Holmes and Jeremy Atkins from Home Team Sports TV. We'll take a quick commercial break.
A champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here. Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We are back at Jefferson High School where we have the Martinsburg Bulldogs leading the Jefferson High School Cougars 40-39 at the half. And Jeremy, we talked about how Martinsburg came out with so much energy to begin the game. Then it kind of waned a little bit in the second quarter and Jefferson was able to take a lead. What do you look forward to seeing from both teams that could help propel either team to their first EPAC victory of 2022-2023?
Martinsburg needs to recapture the energy and the magic they had at the beginning of the game. Jefferson just needs to continue what they've done after they made their adjustments after the first quarter. It's going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to the wire.
And I think a lot of it comes down to how Jefferson comes out to start this second half. Jefferson coming in, ranked number 5 in the state with a lot of talent. Everyone believes that Jefferson is going to be one of the teams in the EPAC.
Absolutely.
With Hedgesville and Spring Mills, that will be fighting towards the end to go to states.
Oh, you're talking to the choir. I expect to see Hedgesville and Jefferson and Charleston come March.
Now, Martinsburg is saying, not so fast. Not so fast. We're young, and not only are we playing pretty well right now, we're only going to get better towards the end of the season. And I think that's why it's very important for Jefferson to start this half out strong. Martinsburg not to let Jefferson start the half strong and continue to build that confidence that they gained in the first half.
I'd expect to see Jefferson keep the foot to the floor, keep running, and possibly start to do a lot of pressing.
And outside of Avion Blackwood, the other key player from Martinsburg is the newcomer, Achilles Whitby. When he's been in the game, it's definitely been a little bit more of a struggle inside for Jefferson High School.
Do you know what year he's in?
He is a sophomore.
That just bodes
just
good for years to come. Nice
he just
move,
moved to Martinsburg in October.
Nice move to the basket. Wide. Shively with 2 puts the Cougars back on top, 41-40.
Jefferson leading by 1. And that quickly is erased by L.A. Clark for 3. 43-41. Martinsburg with a 2-point lead. To Will Shively for 3. Splash! Will Shively for 3.
Will spent a lot of time in the first half on the bench with foul trouble. Let's see if he can come out and get himself hot.
And the ball is stolen by Jane
in the
Gladney
state.
to Jamari Jenkins. And Jefferson with the 46-43 lead with 7 minutes left in the first half, the third quarter. My apologies. Avion Blackwood takes the ball to the basket, and it'll be
that could have went either way too.
Foul. And it will send Avion Blackwood to the line shooting 2. And that goes to what you said earlier. You know, we're not the referees, but it definitely seemed like Avion leaned into Wyatt right there.
I'm going to have to agree with you on that.
The first shot is up and in.
Those are always 50-50 calls, and to be honest, for me as a fan, even as a parent, even when they didn't go my way, as long as they're shaking out pretty evenly for the game, that's all I can expect the refs to do. It's hard enough to get them as it is.
And Avion is good for both free throws. 46-45 Jefferson with 6 minutes and 48 seconds left in the third quarter.
Avion's going to have a second half like he did the first half to keep the Bulldogs in it. Shively off the mark. He's going to kick it out to Avion, push it up the floor, and he finished.
And he misses
rolls off the rim.
The jelly layup. And the ball is stolen by a wide shot. Strong finish by Avion right there.
He stayed with the ball. He also kept his eyes on the
Gladney
ball.
For the 3. He misses. Rebounded by Wyatt Shively. Up and in for 2.
Shively making more noise underneath.
It'll be a timeout for Richard Lewis. And right now, Jefferson is not shooting particularly well, especially from three-pointer. Outside of Wyatt Shively, no, let me make that correction. Outside of Will Shively, I'm hitting a few three-pointers. Jefferson might be around 3 or 4 for 16.
I think Jefferson's still, I'm not going to say living off last year, but they're playing like they did last year.
Yes.
Sticking with the same style. kind of be like if you would expect Martinsburg to be playing the same way with these young players who are extremely fast as they did last year with the team that had 5 seniors on it that could shoot the ball.
And I think the key going forward is seeing Tayshawn Roper be a little bit more aggressive offensively. He has to look to at least show that you are worthy of being covered and defended right now. And I think we need him to take a few more shots if you're a Jefferson Cougar fan.
I'd like to see Jenkins driving and having them collapse on him and him kicking it out.
And that's a great assist by Chase Shipley, but it is missed. Chase has definitely upped his game. I'm very impressed with Chase Shipley tonight.
Chase has always been a good player.
Yes.
Gosh, I've been watching him play since he was in elementary school. But
and that's the shot you wanted to see him take, and that was a good shot right there by Tayshawn Roper. Just didn't go down.
Chase added some size this year he didn't have before.
Yeah, Chase is around 5'11", 6 foot right now.
He's also, I don't know if he's been in the weight room or he's just naturally filling out, but he's looks stronger than he used to be.
Yeah, very talented young man.
Avion to the basket again, can't get the roll, but
Avion
he
is
stays
so
with
strong.
it.
Avion is so strong, and this is a weight room body, and I think that's what people need to realize, that when you play sports, it's no longer just playing like you did directly. You have to be in the gym, and Avion has definitely upped his game by being in the gym. Jamari Jenkins for 3, and a foul on Chase Shipley will send Jamari Jenkins to the line, shooting 3.
Number 3, Chase Shipley, called for his 4th foul.
And that's 4 fouls on Shipley, and that is a hurt piece for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. They do not have a lot of depth at the guard position already, and to see Chase Shipley, who's having such an amazing game, have 4 fouls with 5 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter.
That's going to bring Jackson Steen back in the game.
Definitely tough.
Chase, LeQuay, and Avion are kind of the heart and soul of this Martinsburg team, in my opinion. The team's going to go as far as they'll take them.
And Jamar Jenkins makes the first, misses the second. He has one more free throw. And this is crazy to see, but you have Jefferson that has both of his bigs back deep and his 2 guards under to rebound. Avion Blackwood brings the ball up the court. Jefferson leading by 3, 50-47, with 5 minutes left. He picked the ball up real far out.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily like that. Could have called a carry there.
And that's a 5 seconds. And exactly, you could have called that carry, but it was a 5-second call that was not far behind that.
I don't know. I kind of feel like the defense was engaged, but again.
And Jefferson leading by 3.
Oh.
Jamari Jenkins slips on the wet floor.
I think we're going to need to get somebody out here to clean that floor up.
And Achilles Whitby with the rebound. He misses. Strong rebound by Will Shively, and the ball is stolen. And another uncharacteristic turnover by Will Shively.
They need to be careful. The floor is awfully slick out there, and Gladney just went right across it.
And a foul by number 2, L.A. Clark. And that would be Martinsburg's 3rd. And it's definitely been slippery out there. A lot of condensation, and maybe from the sweat and the bodies of the players hitting the ground.
Yeah.
But play will
That's
continue.
very uncharacteristic of Jamari to slip and fall down to begin with.
And
Much less slipping and falling down and then slipping getting up.
It's been very uncharacteristic of Will Shively with so many turnovers after he getting those rebounds, those outlets. They've been stolen around 3 or 4 times tonight, and it's given Martinsburg a couple easy buckets. 50-47 with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter. And Wyatt Shively with the foul on number 35, Caleb Linton, the junior. And Shively will go to the line to shoot 2.
Caleb Linton called for his 2nd foul.
A big proponent of the schedule that Jefferson chose to play early this season.
Yes.
But right now, I don't know if they may have played too many tough games early on. They played Morgantown, University, Light Ridge Academy out of Virginia, and Millbrook.
Yeah.
4 solid teams, and tonight Martinsburg's giving them a run for their money.
And they have a hard schedule in the EPAC, and they also have some more out-of-conference games towards the end of the season that will prepare them for a potential state run.
But I can appreciate that. I'm not a big fan of the out-of-state December cupcake schedule.
Yes.
is.
And the ball is stolen by Jaden Gladney to Jamari Jenkins. Out to Tayshawn Roper. He attacks the basket and it is blocked. And Tayshawn Roper, and this is what Tayshawn is. This is what Tayshawn Roper is. The energy. And Jefferson with the 7-point lead. And the ball is out on Avion Blackwood.
And there was that press I was expecting the Jefferson Cougars to come out with.
And we'll see if Dave Rogers calls a timeout with the game getting a little bit away from his young team. 54-47 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds left. Jaden Gladney with the hesitation into Wyatt Shavely, up and in for
Extra
two.
pass.
And a full timeout by Dave Rogers with Jefferson leading by 9 points. This is Akeem Holmes and Jeremy Atkins, Home Team Sports TV. We'll go to a quick commercial break.
Martinsburg goal, full timeout.
Takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here. Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
In NCAA Division II, student athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes.
And we are back at Jefferson High School, where we have the Jefferson High School Cougars leading Martinsburg 56-47 with 3 minutes and 51 seconds left in the third quarter. Jefferson is on a major run right now and have blown the game open a little bit, and Dave Rogers called a timeout to squelch that momentum. But coming out of that timeout,
Clark
already a turnover
over
by L.A. Clark.
This is where Martinsburg's going to show me their mettle. Can they hang in there with the team that was one game away from the state championship last year with a completely rebuilt roster?
And Jamari Jenkins gets to the inside to Will Shavely for three, and he misses.
And
Wyatt
there's
Shavely,
Wyatt
strong
again.
rebound. Wyatt Shavely is making his case for being the Home Team Sports TV player of the game. He is dominating this game inside, just like he did at Shepherdstown Middle School.
Martinsburg has no answer for him right now.
And the thing about it is, it's about strength and body position. He's not overly tall for a big, but his strength and body position has allowed him to be dominant. And you look at Martinsburg right now, they're going to bring in the defensive tackle from North Carolina, South Carolina, Rashad Reed, to see if his body size can actually keep Wyatt off the board.
Here's the thing with Wyatt. He plays line. He knows how to position himself and leverage his weight. And he's become quite a good football player in the last 2 years.
Very good football player. The second shot is up.
Just with Avion's toughness and his keep going up for the basket and the way he can track the ball, those are the skills that he honed as a defensive back and a defensive back and a wide receiver those years at Martinsburg.
And it'll be a foul. It'll be a foul on Jefferson High School, which will be their second of the half, on number 20, Will Shavely. And let's just see, what kind of plays they have for the big man. He's trapped in the corner, out to Achilles Whitby, to Avion Blackwood, to L.A. Clark.
Deep three.
Splash, bang, bang, 4-3. He can shoot that rock.
Oh,
He can shoot that rock.
LeQuay shoots better from college range than he does from high school range.
He can shoot that rock. He is only a sophomore.
You're looking at a lot of young talent on this floor right now.
This is a lot of sophomores and juniors. Avion Blackwood inside with a strong move, up and in for two.
I mean, next year when these two teams play, pretty much only losing Will Shavely and Avion Blackwood as major contributors.
Will Shavely open for three. Splash, bang, bang. Will Shavely 4-3.
And Jefferson is starting to find its groove.
And the Shavli brothers have put a stamp on this game so far. Avion Blackwood for three. He misses. The box out. Strong rebound by Wyatt Shavli. Tayshawn Roper quickly up the court. He takes it strong. The foul on Avion Blackwood will send Tayshawn Roper to the line to shoot two. And Jeremy, since I made that comment about Tayshawn being a little bit more aggressive on offense, he's been a lot more aggressive on offense. And have you seen Jefferson has been able to extend that lead to 8 because it spreads that defense out just a little bit more.
Roper's what I like to kind of call like an energy player.
Yes. He's that Patrick Beverly type.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect analogy.
And Roper misses the first shot. One more free throw to come.
I think Wyatt's working on a double-double tonight.
He misses the second, but a rebound by Moses Talley. Quickly out to Jamari Jenkins, to Wyatt Shavli, to Colin Johnson, being covered by Matthew Robinson. He attacks the hole, and Talley a little bit too nervous.
Shavli
but a beautiful
again.
pass to Wyatt Shavli, and he misses, and a foul on Wyatt Shavli. So you compound the miss with the foul, and Jefferson will be assessed a foul and a big missed opportunity for Wyatt Shavli on a beautiful pass by Moses Talley. And I think sometimes you just get a little too excited.
Definitely get ahead of yourself when you see the basket staring you wide open like that.
And a little bit more condensation on the floor. Where's that professional, mop boy that you got at the NBA games to come out and mop the floor every single time somebody goes to the other side of the court?
Hedgesville could just come do warm-ups, clean everything up for us.
Yeah, Kelly Church is very strong-minded defensive coach. Jamari Jenkins misses. A strong rebound by Avion Blackwood, who takes it coast to coast with
and
the
finish.
And in.
That's what Martinsburg needs to recapture. And it doesn't feel like Hakeem. It feels like Martinsburg is now behind farther than 6 points.
It's the game. Neither team has been able to put the other team away. And Wyatt Shavli with a strong move, and he will go to the line. Actually, they say it's on the floor. Will be a foul on number 5, Achilles Whitby.
Rashad Reed called for his first foul.
Actually, it will be on the defensive tackle for Martinsburg, Rashad Reed.
Back to the game for Jefferson, number 0, Dave Gladney.
And with 1 minute and 25 seconds left in the third quarter, Jefferson by 6.
Jenkins from deep, off the mark.
Rebound by
Gladney with the rebound. He's going to kick it back out to Jenkins to reset.
And he sets it up. Out to Gladney. To Moses Talley. Back to Gladney.
Nice give and go.
Rebound by Wyatt Shavli. Up and in for 2.
Another rebound and another 2 points in the box.
He's dominant tonight. He's dominant tonight. Jaden Gladney takes the gamble on the steal. Matthew Robinson up the court with the scoop. And he misses. Rashad Reed with the rebound, up and in for 2.
Looks like Martinsburg's got Shazier Baker getting ready to check in, and that may be the only answer Martinsburg can have for Wyatt Shavli tonight. He's lost Baker. Baker lost a lot of minutes there in the third because of the fouls he picked up in the first half.
So that would be a 1-and-1 for Martinsburg. That would be their 7th foul of the third quarter. And Jamari Jenkins will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. And Shazier Baker checks in, son of Crystal Pulpus, Shepherdstown native.
Shazier's grandmother used to live across the street from me before I moved from Martinsburg.
Yeah, very beautiful family, very beautiful family.
Great family.
First shot is up and in. Jefferson 63, Martinsburg 56 with 44.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Jenkins with the second shot. Up, short. Rebound by Shazier Baker to L.A. Clark. Stolen by Moses Talley to Colin Johnson. Stolen by L.A. Clark to Achilles Whitby. He attacks the basket. Up and in for 2. The strong move by Achilles Whitby.
He was expecting the contact and handled it well.
Strong, very strong.
Jefferson should hold for the last shot here. Jenkins setting up his offense.
63-58 with 13.7 seconds left in the third quarter. Jamari Jenkins with the free throw pull up and in for 2. 65-58 for
Blackwood trying to get the ball up the floor.
And Blackwood from half court, and he misses. And Jefferson outscores Martinsburg by 8 points and will take a 65-58 lead going into the fourth quarter. Home Team Sports TV. We'll be back at the quick commercial break.
Champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you?
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study, surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here. Shepherd University. Don't just dream, do.
In NCAA Division II, student-athletes leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student-athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities.
And we are back at Jefferson High School, where we have the Jefferson High School Cougars leading the Martinsburg Bulldogs 65-58 to start the fourth quarter. Martinsburg will have possession. The ball quickly into L.A. Clark, being guarded closely by Colin Johnson. He takes the ball to the basket and he slips. Jamari Jenkins up to Jaden Gladney, up and in for two. 67-58 Cougars.
Jefferson coming out for the fourth, running strong.
Shazer Baker takes the ball inside, gets away with the travel to Achilles Whitby. Ball is stolen by Colin Johnson, and a foul on Achilles Whitby will send Jefferson to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Martinsburg has 8 team fouls. Jefferson has 3 team fouls. And Colin Johnson will go to the line shooting the 1-and-1.
You got number 1, Colin Johnson at the line.
And once again, you see this setup where you actually have the smalls back. On the line, the bigs were back, but now they switched it and got Shavli on the line. And it was just a 1-and-1. I think the players really weren't paying attention right there. But a rebound by Shazer Baker to L.A. Clark. The hesitation, pull up. And that's one of the first shots that he shot that just hasn't been nothing but nylon. I.e. Dicky Vitale.
Martinsburg's just not getting the balls to fall the way they did in the first half.
And I think some of it could be a little bit of fatigue as well.
Absolutely.
The way they were playing was a high energy, and with foul trouble to Chase Shipley, I think it just kind of impacted some of them. But Jamari Jenkins with the step-in jump shot, up and in for 2, and Jefferson leads by 11. The biggest
if they could really keep this to a 4 or 5 point game within the last 3 minutes of the game, they can get Chase Shipley back out on the floor. Keep Shazer Baker out there with no fouls. Get that core group that they started the game with back out there. And
the ball is off on Jamari Jenkins, and it'll be black ball. Martinsburg
and that got the
down
crowd fired up.
Great defense by Avion Blackwood on the play.
Jefferson student section didn't like that call.
69-60. With 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Another strong move by Avion Blackwood. And right now what Avion has said is, I know I'm stronger and I'm going to continue to keep taking it inside. Let's see if Jefferson makes the adjustment. Maybe I'll put Will Shavli on him.
Martinsburg,
a little bit more size.
The Bulldogs were cooking with that same recipe in the first half, and that's what was working for them. They need
Jefferson leads by 7.
Need to put the ball into the senior Avion Blackwood's hands and let him lead the way the rest of this game.
And a miss by Colin Johnson, rebound by L.A. Clark. He takes it coast to coast, and the foul on Colin Johnson will send Clark to the line, shooting 2. And the score is 69-62 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Martinsburg is on a little run right now.
They needed that run to keep this game close.
And if he makes both these shots, he'll only be down 5, and that's that 5-point lead you talked about. And he is short on the first.
There's the fatigue of Clark playing a lot of minutes thus far this game. Tired legs late in the game at the line.
And you see Colin Johnson and Chet Gore check out for Tayshawn Roper and Wyatt Shobley back in the game. The second shot is up and in. 69-63 Jefferson with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Gladney at the ball at the top of the key. He thinks about it.
Thought about a long three. Down to Shively. Down to Shively. Gladney in the corner. He got it.
Splash! Jaden Gladney for 3.
It took him a while, but Jaden found his range.
And a shooter. A shooter never stops shooting. Always remain confident.
I was going to say one thing Jaden Gladney has never lacked his confidence. Coach Rogers and Coach Basie huddling the boys up.
And we'll see Chase Shipley check back in.
Now or never.
And Shipley being in foul trouble has definitely impacted this game tonight. You know, he was covering Jenkins. Jenkins has kind of become exceptional, you know, in the last 2 quarters. But, you know, regardless of who's guarding Jamari Jenkins, he's going to always ball out. But Shipley definitely had an impact on the game. And he is only a sophomore.
Well, Jefferson definitely has a leg up in the speed department. When it comes to fast guys that have played a lot of minutes, it always seems like Jefferson has one more on the floor than Martinsburg has. And a lot of that has to do with the fact Chase Shipley played very few minutes in the third period. I believe he came out the game about a minute in, actually, when he picked up his third.
I think the biggest key so far really has been Wyatt Shobley, though.
Wyatt has been a monster tonight.
And we will have a little bit more condensation on the ground that the referee is going to try to get before another kid comes and slips on the court.
I'd be 100% positive Wyatt's going to take home a double-double tonight.
Oh, he already got that. So 72-63 with 5 minutes and 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Martinsburg.
Errant pass. Gladney breaks it up.
But Chase Shipley recovers.
Long
Achilles
three.
Whitby for 3.
Got it.
Splash. Bang, bang. Achilles Whitby for 3.
And just when you think Martinsburg is out of it, they hit a crucial shot at a crucial point to keep themselves in it.
72-66 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jamari Jenkins with the ball at the top of the key. Pick set by Wyatt Shobley to Will Shobley. Back to Jenkins.
Shobley's got position in the low post. Jenkins is going to give it to him. Kick out to Gladney.
To Will Shobley.
Long three by Gladney. He got it.
Splash! Bang, bang! James Gladney for 3.
Gladney's got it right now. You can see when the ball's leaving his hands that it's going to go in.
75-66 Cougars with 9.
Baker with an errant pick.
And Marcellus Basie is telling him, when you are going to set the pick, you have to make sure you stop your feet and it's not a moving pick, because now if Jefferson comes down and hits a 3-pointer or gets 2, then it kills the momentum that you've gained in the last 2 minutes.
Martinsburg needs a stop in a basket. Badly, Keem.
Will Shobley attacks the basket. He goes strong into Shazier Baker, and Shazier Baker with his second foul in the last 30 seconds. And Will Shobley will go to the line shooting 2. And that is, i.e., what Avion Blackwood has done to Jenkins. Shobley, seeing that Baker was on him, said he was too small, took him down low.
Just going to bully your way to the basket.
And they'll go to the line, shoot 2. You will see the defensive tackle Rashad Reed back into the game. Every time Rogers or Marcellus Basie see a little bully ball from a Jefferson offensive player, they bring in Reed.
Well, you know, it was the first time Rashad went into the weight room. I don't know if it's a myth, a rumor, or a fact, but I think he squatted about 600 pounds with a pair of skinny jeans and Crocs on.
Sheesh.
Yeah, boy can move some weight.
Jefferson with a 10-point lead with 4:21 left. Into Rashad Reed. He misses. Rebounded by Will Shobley. Up to Tayshawn
A little bit of
Roper.
tentativeness by Reed going up to the basket there.
And Jefferson slows the ball down, puts the ball into Jamari Jenkins' hands. To Tayshawn Roper. To Will Shibley for three. And he misses in and out. The rebound by Avion Blackwood.
You know, Keem, I'm never a fan of getting away from what you do well, but might be time to start holding the ball, running some time off the clock, a.k.a. stall ball, because we have no shot clock in West Virginia.
3 minutes and 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jefferson leading by 10. Jamar Jenkins brings the ball to the court. Coach Richard Lewis shouts out instructions. The ball to go to Shibley. To Jaden Gladney, into Jamari Jenkins, up and in for two.
Jefferson making
and that
the
was an
extra
amazing
pass.
play by Coach Richard Lewis to get the easy bucket. Jefferson leading by 12. L.A. Clark for the deep three. He misses, rebounded by Chase Shipley. Out to Avion Blackwood.
That was definitely some tic-tac-toe passing down in the paint
And the
by
ball,
Jefferson.
Almost stolen by Gladney. Out to Avion Blackwood for three, and he misses. The long rebounded by Chase Shipley, and there'll be a foul on Tayshawn Roper.
That could have been a foul. It could have been a travel.
And I think that play right there was a little bit more of everybody was hustling. Everybody is giving everything they have right now.
Going all out in the early season EPAC matchup.
76-66. Ball stolen by Jaden Gladney to Jamari Jenkins for the easy two. And Jefferson leads by 14, 80-66.
Less than 3 minutes to go in the game.
48 seconds, and is that the dagger?
That's the dagger, Keem. Martinsburg's legs are tired, and you can see the frustration on Coach Rogers. Asking for the timeout. Didn't quite get it as quick as he wanted to.
And Jefferson leading 80-46, and Martinsburg will take a full second timeout. We will take a quick commercial break. Akeem Holmes from Home Team Sports TV.
Champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's will you.
Every journey begins with a step, an idea, a vision. At Shepherd University, you'll join a journey that began over 100 years ago and is still going strong. Make your ideas into something real and transform your vision into opportunity. 79 fields of study surrounded by over 300 acres of pristine West Virginia, close to Washington, D.C. Start your journey here.
And we are back at Jefferson High School with the Jefferson Cougars leading the Martinsburg Bulldogs 80-66 with 2 minutes and 42 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 10 fouls for the Bulldogs, 5 fouls for the Cougars.
Martinsburg with a 14-point deficit. Blackwood to the rack. Cannot finish. Martinsburg will hold on to the ball. It looks like it was off of Jenkins.
2:31 left in the fourth quarter. It'll be a Martinsburg ball. L.A. Clark takes the ball out. Into Rashad Reed. Ball stolen by Tayshawn Roper. He saves the ball in. He goes up off his legs.
Off of Shipley.
And that's right there where you really want to see Tayshawn Roper go up right there and force the defender to make a strong play or get the foul and go to the line and shoot two.
Jefferson's going to inbound from the baseline.
And the 6'3" sophomore Anthony Awuna will come into the game. And a 30-second full timeout for Coach Richard Lewis. So I think this is a little bit more of letting his team know what he expects from them going forward. You have a 14-point lead. Right now, unless you have a total meltdown, you should get your first EPAC win of the season. Maybe to say, hey, listen, when we get the rebound, get the ball into Jenkins or Gladney's hands, slow the ball up. We don't need any unnecessary shots. Let's be smart and learn and grow to prepare for the end of the season when we play against teams that have improved from the EPAC and the teams from the southern part of the state as well.
I think Coach Lewis is just giving them a refresher not to make any bad mistakes and to finish this game the way that they started the third quarter.
Yeah. And Wyatt Shively, Will Shively, Gladney, Jenkins, Tayshawn Roper on the defense. This has been one of those hard-fought, gritty potential victories for Jefferson. But this bodes really well for Martinsburg later on in the season, as well as they will gain a lot more confidence going forward versus some of those EPAC juggernauts that weren't giving them a chance in the preseason.
Tomorrow, if you look at the box score but didn't watch the game, you're going to think it went one way. This game was actually really close for 80% of the game, but I also feel Martinsburg played above their head for 80% of the game. They played really well. I know Coach Rogers and Coach Basie are extremely frustrated on the sideline right now with the fourth quarter meltdown they've had, but they should still go back to Martinsburg with some confidence.
And Jamari Jenkins for two. Jefferson leading by 16 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Avion Blackwood attacks the basket and a foul. Jamari Jenkins, a little bit of hand checking. Will now be the 16th foul. And I think going forward, you will see Jefferson make the adjustment with Avion, being able to keep him out of the paint.
Got to be honest, Keem, it was in the long run, I think it boded well that Martinsburg came in this prepared to play Jefferson.
Yes.
Might have been an early season wake-up call.
Yeah, and sometimes when you take the team's best shot and you still can win by double digits, it could be a little deflating, or it could be a confidence builder that can actually propel them to some wins later on in the season.
Absolutely. I thought the Morgantown game would be an eye-opener, but Morgantown's head and shoulders kind of above everybody else in the state.
Oh, they're a very special ball club, and so they have so much size. I looked at the picture, and everyone on Morgantown's team was the size of Will Shively and Wyatt Shively, even their guards.
My son's a freshman in college, and when he was a freshman in high school, Morgantown had freshmen who were dunking on him.
Yes.
So I'm not sure where they're getting all that talent from in Morgantown, but
it's just more or less they also have the basketball bodies, and I think that's what the most important thing is. Around here in this area, historically, if you get to 6'2", 6'3", most places you're playing guard. In this area, you're being pushed to play center.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that's kind of hurt us in some ways.
I have to agree.
When it comes to state play. But you can't cheat genetics.
I think it starts at the youth level too, because you've got kids that are learning skills to be a forward or a center, when in other places they would be learning ball handling and learning guard skills.
Yes. And I think that is something that hopefully, as things go on and as things progress going forward, that those parents will say, hey, yes, my son can play down low right now, but let's still keep working on those ball skills and that shot.
I'm a fan of at a young age, and it happens in a lot of girls programs, a 5-out positionless offense.
Positionless.
My youngest daughter is 15 now. Her first program ran that, and it gave my daughter skills to play all 5 positions, even though she in fact was also a guard.
And it'll be another foul, which will be the 1-and-1. Foul on Tayshawn Roper,
15-point lead for the Cougars.
And Jefferson doesn't want that right now. The last thing they really want to do is have Martinsburg scoring points with the clock stopped. And the offense for defense, substitution is made. Johnson in for Roper. First shot is up and in for Chase Shipley.
Martinsburg can put a couple more in the bucket to take home with some confidence. I think that'll be good for them.
Ball to Colin Johnson, up to Jaden Gladney, to Wyatt Shively, up and in for 2.
Feed the big man.
85-70 with 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A strong take by Chase Shipley, up to Jaden Gladney. Jaden Gladney slows it up, and that's maturity right there by Jaden Gladney. That's total maturity right there by Jaden Gladney. He wasn't worried about scoring and putting more points on the board and trying to increase his scoring average. He's worried about winning the game, and he's telling his junior teammate, hey, this is winning basketball right here.
Worst thing you want to do is go to the basket to try to pad your stats and roll an ankle.
In a situation like this, it's not about padding stats. It's all about making the smart plays that lead to victories. And Jaden Gladney struggles shooting the ball going forward. And let me be honest, and knowing Jaden from a young age, he has grown so much and matured so much that before him not shooting the ball well would have impacted the rest of his game. Now he's totally strong, totally mentally strong and tough, and you see that he came back in the second half a better player.
He got away from the long ball because it wasn't falling for him in the first half. He regrouped at halftime, came out, hit several long three-pointers. Like we're going to have a foul on the floor.
And a foul on Jaden Gladney, and I don't particularly agree with that call, especially 32 seconds left. Just a little bit.
I got to agree with you
on that one.
I got to agree with you. At this point, I'm ready to let the stuff like that go and with a 15-point lead and call it a night.
Yeah, a little bit confused on that one, but
into the game for Martinsburg, number 35, Cable Livingston.
Colin Johnson with the inbounds to Will Shively. And that Cougar clap begins. Out to Colin Johnson. And a foul by Martinsburg. Down by 14 points with 21.1 seconds left. And I think that's one of those calls where, Dave will put his arm around you later on and say, hey, listen, let's let this run out. We've already given up 88 points. You don't want to put a 90 piece up on them. So Colin Johnson sinks both, 89-73 with 20 seconds left. Avion Blackwood, hesitation, goes in. He pulls up. He misses rebound by Martinsburg. Rebound by Wyatt Shively. And they lit. Just let the time run out. 89-75 final. The Jefferson Cougars defeat the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Our home team sports TV player of the game.
I think we got a consensus. I think we're both in the agreement. Got to give it to Wyatt.
Wyatt Shively. We will get Wyatt. We'll go down there and get his stats from Home Team Sports TV. Thank you for enjoying your broadcast with us. We'll be back after a quick commercial break.
Leave a lasting impression on their communities. That's because Division II student athletes want to make a difference and truly be part of their surrounding communities. Through community engagement, thousands of student athletes from various backgrounds interact with community members who view them as role models. This interaction leaves a positive and perhaps even life-changing impression on all those involved. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours. In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II.
This is Jeremy Adkins back at the Cougar Cage, sitting here with our home team sports player of the game, Wyatt Shively. Wyatt, you finished with 22 points and 14 boards tonight.
Sir.
How did it feel controlling the paint the way you did tonight?
I felt easy, really. I didn't think they could handle me down low at all. at all.
Man, you were moving some bodies down there. Getting those rebounds.
Yes, sir.
Has that probably, in your opinion, been one of your best high school games ever?
I think it's my best high school game ever.
Well,
I think that's the most points I ever dropped in a game too, honestly.
Well, congratulations. That was a heck of a play, and home team's going to be following you the rest of the year. So
Thank you.
Let's build on this.
I got you. Thank you.
Congratulations, young man.
Thank you.
We enjoyed watching you tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We're back at the Cougar cage, the Cougar Den, where the Jefferson High School Cougars defeat the Martinsburg Bulldogs 89-75. I am joined by my co-host Jeremy Atkins, and a monstrous performance by Wyatt Shively propels Jefferson to the EPAC win. Jeremy, what are your final thoughts of the game?
Oh, just the way Wyatt played. That could be your X factor you were looking for the season. I thought the freshman Chet Gore might be the X factor, but because of his height and lankiness. But man, if Wyatt plays the way he played tonight, he's going to be a force to reckon with. I honestly don't know if there's anybody in the EPAC that can match up with him after watching him tonight.
Wyatt and Will hitting those shots, Jamari Jenkins running that offense, and being able to will his team to a victory is the reason why many think that Jefferson is definitely one of the teams to beat. So from Akeem Holmes and Jeremy Atkins from Home Team Sports TV, we will wrap this up. Good night, God bless, and peace out.